Hey y'all, I'm Amina.
Hey, what's up, y'all? I'm Rob.
And today we're going to make an amazing Caribbean feast, Jamaican to be exact. We have some beautiful red snapper that we're going to Escovitch, or we're going to have Escovitch snapper. I don't know if that was the proper term to use.
Right, is Escovitch a term or is it a
Type
process?
Yeah.
Anyway, it's Escovitch.
Yes, Escovitch red snapper, fried it beautifully. We're gonna have some rice and peas, and not just any rice and peas. We're gonna have an azuki bean, which is the most healthy bean that there is when it comes to the nutrients. And we're gonna be using a red rice, not just any old rice. And then what else we got on the menu?
Yeah, so like you mentioned to me, the snapper, we went to Whole Foods, got huge pieces of snapper, whole snapper. We're gonna deep fry that, right?
Yes.
And then we're gonna put that Escovitch, the vegetables that Amina's gonna make, and we're gonna pour it over there with the sauce, and it's gonna be good. It's spicy. At least we're making it spicy.
Yes.
It's spicy. The side, I'm also doing some collard greens and some dandelion greens. We're gonna mix those up, saute them. So I don't know if that's traditional Jamaican, Caribbean.
It's our tradition.
Yeah. And they eat greens in Jamaica, I'm sure. Anyway, you let us know if it's not, but that's what we do.
Yes.
So what else we got?
Then we have some plantains that we're gonna fry up, and some yummy festival bread to go along with it and kind of soothe that heat that we're getting ready to put into this food today.
And Mina's making ginger beer.
Oh yeah,
from scratch.
Some fresh ginger beer. That's
never had ginger beer from scratch. If you've never had ginger beer, but if you've never had from scratch,
yeah, we get ready to do this. So you ready to get started?
I'm ready. I'm starving.
Yes.
So you're up, right?
Well, I'm up.
Okay.
So, like I was saying, we're going to do an azuki bean. And this is a wonderful bean. It's super healthy. And I pre-soak this bean overnight. And so it won't take as long to cook. And then we have the red rice, which has also been rinsed. And it's ready for us to go. So what we have is we have our coconut milk. We have some water. We have scallions. We have thyme, we have spice berries, and we have garlic. And we have a little bit of ginger that we're gonna put in there. I did say scotch bonnet, right?
You did.
So scotch bonnet is going in there. So what I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna just get a little piece of this scotch bonnet. I'm not gonna put much in there because we don't wanna overpower it.
And watch out for those seeds, right?
Yeah,
that's
with
what
the
we gotta watch out.
Yeah. And we only have, there's a few of them in here, but not many.
Yeah.
And if you by chance touch the inside of the pepper or anything, or the seeds, wash your hands, because you can, go blind probably.
You can do some damage.
Yes,
go wash your hands.
So I'm gonna add these soaked azuki beans into this beautiful red rice.
So you said the azuki beans was like a healthy.
Yes.
It's a nutrients, right?
Lots of nutrients in there. These beans are something that actually help if you have nerve damage, different types of tumors, if you have digestive issues. That is a great bean to consume, unlike a lot of the other beans that there are on the market.
And the rice.
And that rice, that beautiful red rice, is of course an ancient grain, and we try to just eat healthy. That's what it's all about, is eating healthy. So I'm just giving that a little mix just to get it all kind of stirred up and stuff together so that it can cook pretty evenly together. And then we are going to add in some water into that, and we're gonna
Your water should be healthy too, right?
Yeah, that's clean, pure, fresh water.
Cooking should be healthy.
And
what's that?
That's our coconut milk.
Now, is it gonna make it taste like coconuts?
It will not taste like coconut.
Because a lot of people probably, I don't know about a lot of people, but I've always thought coconut milk would make it taste like coconut.
Yeah, but it does not do that. We're gonna put that piece of scotch bonnet in there, and we're not even really gonna cut up the garlic. I'm gonna just give it a little bit of a smash, But we're gonna keep everything whole. We are gonna put this on the stove now, and we're gonna actually bring this up to a boil. And after we bring it up to a boil, we'll put a top on it and we'll let it simmer nice and slow. This is gonna take us about 40 minutes for this to all come together nice and beautiful, and then we'll be ready to move on.
40 minutes, so it's on simmer now?
No, I have it up on a high heat right now. I'm gonna watch it and let it come up to a boil. Once it comes up to a boil, I'll put a top on it and put it down to a simmer.
Okay, so what's next?
And then next
is me.
Next, you're up with those greens. Yes.
All right. Okay, guys, so we are doing the greens now. We have some collard greens. Come get a close up of this. And these are really nice pieces of collards that we have, right? We also have here, mixed in here, we also have some dandelion greens.
Oh yeah, those are beautiful.
Dandelion greens are some of the healthiest greens there are out there. So what we're gonna do is combine those dandelion greens, and they're hard to find. They are so hard to find.
But we have such a great market where we get all of our local produce and groceries. So
yeah. So I'm gonna start with the collard greens, right? So let's get down here and dive into these collard greens. A couple of tricks. You'll kind of see I already got started here cutting out the stem. That's the first thing that we want to do is cut our stems out of our greens. And I left some behind because I already got a head start. I left some behind to show you what I'm talking about. So here is the collard green. The stems can be a lot longer. What I do is just something. I take my knife, I come down, and I cut that stem right on out of it, right? Take another one, we'll leave that off to the side. Come here again, take those stems out. The reason why we want to take the stems out when we're cooking them is because they're tough, right? They're really tough, and they take a long time to cook. Now, here is a pro tip, though. Don't throw your stems away just yet, right?
What you gonna do with them?
Well, good thing you asked. So, all the nutrition in this plant, a lot of it is held in this stem, right? So, instead of throwing this away, what we do is we'll take this and we'll put this into our pot. We'll boil it down with some water in it, right? And we boil that down. Then we can come and get rid of our stems because all the nutrition that was in the stem is now in the pot. That's what they call pot liquor.
Okay.
Right?
We love some pot liquor.
Little pro tip. The nutrition. Keep the nutrition in your greens. Put them into your pot. Cook them into your meals. We always try to incorporate nutrition in everything that we do. Now, what we're going to do is saute these greens. So how I'm going to do that is you see that I cut all the stems out, right? And then I'm just going to layer them like this.
But you said you're going to saute them. So the collard green is a pretty hardy green. And when I say hardy, I mean it's a tough green. So I didn't know that traditionally it would get sauteed because saute is a little bit more of a shorter cooking
process,
time.
Right? Yeah. No, good question. So when we saute something, what we're doing now is we're cutting them into ribbons. And so that cooking surface now can cook these ribbons a lot faster than if it was a broad leaf. And we're not putting them for hours and hours into the pot. We're still going to have water, but we're kind of steaming these after we saute them. So not only will they cook faster, but they'll keep that nutrition in, right? We're not boiling that nutrition out of our greens. We're keeping it intact as much as possible. So we're just taking our collard greens, and I'm going to do the rest here. Roll these up, right? What I'm doing is you see me rolling it like you roll anything else, right? Anything else you want to roll,
all right,
guys? And all I'm doing is cut them into like small ribbons, bite-sized ribbons, right?
Okay.
Just like that.
So cutting them in that small ribbon, like you were saying, is what's going to allow it to cook faster than if you were to just put it into a pot and boil it.
Yeah, because you know what? a lot of people, they overcook. Let me turn this down a little bit. A lot of people, they just simply overcook.
That's ready for that top, if you wouldn't mind.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're up to a nice boil, and now we're just gonna put the top on it and let those simmer low and slow for 40 minutes.
Okay, there we go. So back to this. All we're doing is taking these ribbons. I forgot this last one. And we're putting them, you don't have to worry about that with the dandelions because they're already really thin.
Yeah, that's
right?
a nice delicate green.
Yeah, so we want these to all cook at the same time.
Right.
So a lot of people think that these are a lot of greens, which they are, right? But you know these are gonna cook down.
Right.
You already know these are gonna cook down, right? So before, let's get some seasoning going. So we're gonna take one onion, cut it in half here. Is there a right or wrong way to cut an onion? Absolutely. Do I care? Not at all, right? But what we want is to be able to take our onion, get this skin off here, come in here, and we just want to chop up, right? Get that in the skillet. We also have a jalapeno pepper. We're gonna cut that, get the seeds out. Most of it. You know, the heat is in the ribs. Everybody told you that, the heat's in the ribs. So what we want are some nice little ribbons to go. I'm gonna put all this
In the pot. To the pot it
into
goes.
the pot.
So this meal is going to be caliente. I don't know what it is in patois. I don't know how to say hot in patois, which is Jamaican dialect or verbiage or speech.
It's not gonna be that hot.
Okay.
I think it'd be hot if we put the ribs. If we had put the ribs like in near the membrane, but I mean, we like spicy food.
Yeah, we like
I
spicy.
can eat the ribs. Just like that on a jalapeno. Now, ask me to do it.
Yeah, with that Scotch bonnet. Go ahead.
Ask me to do that
Take a
then.
bite.
I'm cool, right? I'll take a couple pieces of garlic here. And I'm just rough chopping it. Right? Fresh garlic is awesome. If you have it, use fresh garlic. Really good. So I'm gonna give you guys at home
Some smell-o-vision.
a little smell of vision. So we just want to get a little translucent here, right? This, all I did is I put the onions, the peppers, the garlic, and a little olive oil. Now, we're gonna start slowly kind of adding in our greens. Now, we gotta layer our seasoning as well. Right now, this is on a medium high, because we want that heat up to saute a little bit.
Okay.
We don't want this on low yet. We want it on medium high. So, you notice I haven't added any water yet.
So you put all those beautiful seasonings in there. You had a little bit of chili pepper, chili flakes. You had some vegetable seasoning. We did some slap your mama, a little bit of the bouillon.
The slap your mama's just, it's just some Lowry's, some seasoning salt. I mean,
Okay.
it's salty. So watch your salt content. Yeah.
Okay. And then we have those beautiful onions and garlic and jalapeno in there that are nice and sauteed down in there,
Yeah.
giving this some beautiful flavor.
And you know something, Amina? Vegetables, greens have flavor.
Oh yeah.
So you don't want to kill this stuff with seasonings. The star of the show is the green.
That's
It's
it.
the vegetable. All we're putting with the jalapenos and the garlic and the onion and the seasoning, we're just enhancing that flavor. We're not overpowering it.
Yeah.
It's just to enhance it, right?
That's it.
Okay, I think we're
Good
ready.
job. Love man cooks.
Love a man who cooks. Well, you gotta love man who cooks good.
Cooks good. Hey, you know what? Eat for effort. Eat for effort. Whatever you gonna do, just, do it to the best of your ability.
We're gonna finish putting in our remaining greens. And if you remember, these are collard greens and dandelion greens.
Yeah.
Some of the healthiest greens on the planet from a nutritional standpoint and a taste too. Dandelion greens are a little bitter. They're more bitter than your normal greens. But I think the combination of the dandelion greens here and the collards and some of that seasoning that we're putting in is going to really complement this Jamaican meal that we're about to have.
Oh yeah.
So that's it on my end. We'll let these, now what we're gonna do, now that we've gotten all the greens sauteed down, I'm gonna make sure that I add a little bit more oil here, right? In there. And
What kind of oil did you use?
this is olive oil.
Okay.
Yep, organic virgin olive oil. Always gotta have as a staple in your house. So check it out, guys. If you look and you see all the way down in here, you'll see that there's very little water, right? You kind of see how there's a little bit of water.
You didn't even add any water.
I haven't added any. The greens are already extracting the water out of it, but you want to kind of look at it and add enough water where there's always at least an inch on the bottom.
Okay.
Cover this thing up. Let this crank down here to simmer. And by the time that rice is done, these greens are going to be done.
Okay.
Taste them. So halfway through, taste that broth.
Mm-hmm.
Taste the broth, because that broth, let me find us a spoon here so we can taste. Here, I'm going to taste the broth. Okay. Yeah, they're good. I'm gonna let it cook because the true test of the taste is after it's cooked down and it's kind of simmered and sauteed. Halfway through, taste it. If you have to add a little bit more salt, if you have to add a little bit more garlic, more seasonings, go ahead and add it in. But other than that, this is smooth coasting. And now, back to you.
Ooh.
All right, so we're checking in on Amina, see what she's got with this Escovitch. What you got going on here?
So we are getting all these beautiful peppers, onions, and carrots cut up along with that rest of that Scotch bonnet that we had earlier. We're going to get it all chopped up and get ready to saute it and get it ready for this beautiful gravy. Now,
Are these Scotch bonnets right here?
no, these are actually just some sweet peppers. These are all sweet peppers.
Oh.
Here's the rest of our little Scotch bonnet right here with those delicious seeds inside of there. That we are gonna wait until last to chop up and prepare, get ready.
Red pepper, green pepper, julienne carrots, and a white onion.
Yeah, that's actually a yellow onion.
A yellow onion, okay.
Or sweet onion, shall I say?
Mm-hmm.
We do have a white onion. Do you feel like we need more onion than this? We have those two big, huge fish, and I was kind of wondering, like,
I think so.
We need more onion. Huh?
Onion goes good with everything.
Everything, and usually Escovitch is kind of more just like the pickled vegetables or the fish, but I love having like a little gravy. So when I go to Jamaican restaurants, I'm usually always asking them to give me some of like the oxtail gravy to put on top of my rice and peas, because it doesn't make sense to me to eat rice and gravy without rice and peas without some gravy. That's probably some American stuff, but yeah, but I need a little gravy. So this is not going to be probably traditional Escovitch. It will be in the sense of the vegetables that we use and the technique, but I'm gonna make this into a little bit of a sauce so that we have something to sop up that festival bread
And don't forget that red snapper.
and yeah, that snapper, give it a little extra. Yeah.
Nice. So you're chopping those up.
Yes.
Are you gonna saute those,
Yes.
or how does it work?
Yep, we're gonna saute these in some oil. I have some grape or some avocado oil,
Mhm.
or some olive oil,
Mhm.
or if I'm just going real American with it, some butter.
Right.
Which that may be the winner. I don't know. Or a combination
Okay.
of the butter and maybe a little avocado oil that we'll use, and we'll saute these vegetables up really nicely, get them beautifully softened up, and we're gonna actually soften some of them, and then we're gonna keep some of them a little bit more crisp because that's how Honey likes it. So we are gonna do it the way that we love it, but still keeping true to all of the Caribbean flavors or Jamaican flavors that go along with this.
It's a texture thing.
Yeah.
So these are some of the ones that are gonna kind of get rendered down, right?
Yes.
And these are gonna be some more al dente. So you start with these.
Yeah,
and
we'll
then
start with these and
add these halfway through or something like that.
yeah,
Okay.
that's the way we're gonna do that. And we'll put those in there with those, give them that a little bit more because we have two huge red snappers. When you guys see these red snappers, you're gonna see why I say huge. Our fishmonger said that they were medium sized, which I understand.
Yeah.
But they're big to us because when we go out to eat, well, I guess what we generally get are the baby ones because
Apparently.
because what we have are considered medium size, and they're big.
Because we got 3.
Yeah, three.
We got 3, y'all. But we got to Whole Foods and they showed us the size of what they consider medium. Oh my gosh. So one of them is in the freezer.
Yes.
We're going to have that on the grill. We're going to do some grilled red snapper on another date.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Okay. So we'll check back when you get these. Are they ready to go into the skillet, or
Just about. Give me a few minutes and be ready to pop them in the skillet.
we checking that out? See you in a minute.
All right, y'all. So we are back. We are ready. We got all these vegetables chopped up. We ready to go. And we're going to add some oil and a little butter to the skillet. We're going to get these vegetables going and saute them and get this Escovitch thing going.
All right.
Yes.
How we start?
We're going to start with oil. Not a lot of oil. We're going to use just a couple of tablespoons of avocado oil. And I'm going to add in some butter because there's nothing like the flavor that you get from butter. So it's just what I got to do. Sorry if it's not traditional, but I got to have it.
Butter makes everything better.
Butter makes it better, baby.
I'm going for the butter.
And so we have carrots, we have onions, we have bell peppers, we have green, red, orange, and yellow bell peppers, and that scotch bonnet and some garlic in here. So this is so beautiful. And we're gonna actually cook this down really nicely with some thyme and some allspice or spice berries.
You put the thyme. Oh, where's the thyme?
The thyme is coming.
Oh,
The time for the thyme is coming. Okay, so we have our beautiful thyme.
Nice.
And put that in there, and we'll get all this going in here. And we're gonna let this cook down really nice and really, really nice. And then we'll add in the rest of our vegetables, which we have here. We'll add those in, and we'll let them have a little bit so that they're a little bit more crisp.
What are those?
These are spice berries. In America, they're called allspice.
Allspice. Ooh,
Yes.
that's right. Okay, yeah.
Yes. So we're gonna just let this get in here and get all lovely and.
So you're gonna let that get started right?
Yeah.
And we're gonna add this later.
Yeah, and then we're gonna add this later, and we're gonna add our little, our other little seasonings to get this to that beautiful taste that we wanted to have.
Awesome.
Yeah. So we'll see you soon.
Okay, it's time to get started on that. Yes.
Ooh, yes. It's a match made in heaven. The fish with this Escovitch that's what we're waiting for right there.
All right, well, let's get it going.
Okay.
All right, you guys, star of the show, the fish is here. So this is what we went. We went to Whole Foods. We got our red snapper. Wait till you guys see this. I can't get a close up on this one. This is gonna be great. So let's get it out. This paper, all this, put it on the counter. This is our red snapper. What we're gonna do, look at that. Aren't those beautiful? This is a medium, y'all. So anyway, when we went to Whole Foods, we went to the fishmonger, and they already cleaned this for us. But we're still, because they're not perfect, we're gonna put this into the sink, and we're gonna kind of make sure that we get all the scales out. All right. So all we're doing is making sure that those scales. See, there's a scale. The last thing you want is to eat scales. They did a really good job cleaning that, don't you think?
Oh yeah, it looks beautiful.
Yeah.
Looks like the happy fish.
And yeah, we really don't have to do anything to it. They already kind of cleaned it out here. What we are going to do is season it. Check it out. We rinsed off our fish. We just made sure all the scales and everything were off, right? And now what I'm doing is I'm patting this dry. And you want to make sure you take the time to pat it dry. Why? Because we're going to put it in grease. And grease is not good.
With wet stuff.
With wet
Good way
stuff.
for good way for
good way to get the fire department over here.
Right.
Yeah. You want to make sure all the scales are off, it's gutted, it's clean, and that's pretty much what you're trying to do. And they did a good job. We cut the slits, as you see, so we got the flavor in there. And speaking of flavor, this is what we're putting on there, Rena.
Okay.
This right here is Walker's Wood Jerk. I know it's not homemade. I know that it's not made from scratch, but this stuff right here, some good stuff.
Yeah. Why try to reinvent the wheel?
Right. And little goes a long way.
Oh yeah.
So we're just gonna take that, maybe a little bit more, because we're gonna do both sides of this fish with it. There. That way I don't have to touch it again. Just get it out. Because now the hands are gonna be massaging
Oh yeah.
all this in here.
Lucky fish.
Right. Taking that, rubbing that in here, like that. Get a little bit, put it on the inside, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we just want to coat it. We're gonna let this kind of sit, marinate for about an hour.
Okay.
Could have been doing this overnight, but we did. All right. See how I'm getting it in there?
Yeah.
All into the fish. Let's do this one.
Yes. You're gonna be really tasty. It's done with you.
Right. Take a little bit from the inside. I guess if I needed more, just wash your hands again and dollop some more out of here. But this is good.
Oh yeah.
We don't want it to be, really overly spicy. We just want it to add flavor.
Yeah.
And this goes a long way. We want the natural flavor of this snapper to to still come through, right? So you don't want to overpower any of your seasonings. You just want enough to enhance it. That's all seasoning is. It's an enhancer, right? Sometimes we go overboard with seasoning. Now we have that all taken care of, right? Both sides here, nice and massaged in. Now we're gonna do our dry seasonings. I'm gonna wash my hands so I can get to our seasonings. We're gonna use the dry seasonings, and then we're gonna get the oil ready. And then you know what time it is.
Yes.
It's fry time.
Fry time.
All right, guys. So with seasonings, we're gonna do a little grilled seafood seasoning, a little Cajun, a little slap your mama, right? And where else we have here? Our black pepper. Again, we're not overdoing it. We're just kind of enhancing it. You want a little bit of pepper, right? This is our salt that we're going to use. Get that on there. This is that Cajun blend. I love those spices. And then finally, a little bit of grilled seafood blend. That's one side down. Get that head season, right? One time, flip it over. And don't worry, we're gonna do the inside as well, right? Slap the mama. All right. Cajun. Our seafood blend. And a little bit of black pepper. Put some of that seasoning on the inside here. You want to season it all the way through. This is going to be so tasty.
Oh yeah, I can tell it's going to be delicious.
Yeah. All right. So now, let's go ahead one last time. Then we're going to move over to the other side of the show, which is how we're going to fry.
How's that Escovitch looking over there?
Check it for you. This.
Yes.
Oh yeah, just rendering down nicely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Our greens also are sauteing down awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, everything is looking really good over here.
Okay.
That rice is done, right?
Yes, the rice and peas is all over there just steaming and ready for us.
In the oven is waiting. Okay, we still got our plantains.
Oh yeah,
Right.
plantains and festival bread.
All right.
We are going to be ready to eat.
What I want to do, and I'm going to try this. This is my first time trying this, guys, at home. But I fried red snapper before. When you fry red snapper, you drop it in hot grease like this, it'll curl up. So I'm thinking about using the skewers, at least one, to kind of keep it from being straight. What do you guys think? Okay, so here is the master built indoor turkey fryer that we're also going to use. We're using peanut oil, right? I've already poured a gallon in here. I'm gonna go ahead and pour the rest of this in here, and we want this to heat up to 365, putting it right through the tail here. Let's see if it'll happen on the side, maybe. And if it doesn't work, I'm not doing it.
Right.
Okay.
That's the beauty of it all, right?
And I'm attempting to go right up through that bone. Yeah.
To the head.
To
right?
the head.
So, and that's you're basically trying to give it a spine so that it's not able to do any movement while it's
right.
in its oil.
Because otherwise, what happens when you fry big whole fish like that, guys? When as soon as you drop it in the grease, it'll curl up like this.
Right.
You see fish,
yeah,
and
exactly.
it curls up like that.
Uh-huh.
We're trying to do Escovitch, so we want to lay all of our vegetables on top, so we don't want it like this. That's an awesome way to present it and eat it.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
I've had it that way, but we don't want it that way.
Right.
We want it flat.
Yes.
So we're gonna let the oil heat up. It's gonna take 20 minutes.
Okay.
Just long enough for this marinade to kind of set in. You don't want to leave marinade on your fish a really long time, you guys. Because one, it takes the taste, the natural taste of the fish away. And fish is such a delicate flesh that it takes on a lot of the seasonings that you give it. So you don't want to necessarily just overpower with seasonings. You don't want it to overpower it by leaving it in the fridge overnight and long periods of time like you would maybe beef or chicken, where you need time for it to absorb all those seasonings.
Okay.
Here, we just need a little bit of time right here.
Okay.
And we're good.
Sounds great.
So we'll check back with you when we're ready to drop it into the grease, right?
That's right.
All right.
Okay.
See you in a minute, guys.
So we have a lot of those vegetables are nice and soft, and so now we put the second batch of vegetables in so that they're a little bit more firm when we get ready to eat them. And we're gonna add in now, and you see we don't have very much oil or anything in there, just enough to kind of saute them. That's it. And now we're gonna add in some vinegar. Not very much vinegar at all. That was literally that was a quarter of a cup. So, and then we have some sugar, and we're just gonna, of course, balance out the flavor of the vinegar with just a tablespoon of sugar, and that's it. And outside of a little bit more jerk seasoning that we're gonna put in there just to give that a little bit more flavor, and that's really about it for now. And we'll do some tasting and kind of see if it's how we want it to be. And if it's not, guess what? We're going to add some more stuff to it.
Yep, because you can always add, so you can't take away. We talked about that when we were doing the Scotch bonnet. Really, the Scotch bonnet.
Yes. All right.
Did you put the other Scotch bonnet in there?
No, not the whole thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but there's enough. We have enough, I think.
All right.
Okay.
So we're just waiting on the master bill here to heat up, and then we're back at it. We're gonna be frying the fish and put all this stuff together. So stay tuned, you guys.
All right, so we are at the home stretch, guys. We have the festival bread that we just mixed up, and we're just warming them and getting ready to drop them into some hot oil. And it doesn't have to be perfect, just nice size so that they're not too thin and not too thick, so that they don't.
That reminds me of like hot water cornbread.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's probably the Jamaican equivalent to hot water cornbread. It's very similar when it comes to the ingredients, to be honest. And once again, I did not use kind of the traditional ingredients, which would be all-purpose flour and cornmeal. I used cassava flour, I used some spelt flour, and I used a little almond flour. So I'm definitely, like I said, I try to do things in the most healthy manner possible. And so that's just my mixture that I use. And so yeah, we're almost done. We're gonna get these into some hot grease, and then
I thought I'd come over here and help. Yeah, because I see these plantains sitting here.
That's right.
May I help us?
Please.
You're gonna have to give me some instructions. I peel these?
Yes, peel that, slice
like
it
a
down.
banana?
No, cut it. Go ahead and cut it open. You can try to cut it when you open it like a banana, see what happens. But yeah, you want to cut it open and then just give us some nice kind of
It's a lot
chip-like.
thicker skin
Yes.
than a banana.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Okay.
And these are going to be
I don't even
not
know if I'm
so
doing this right, y'all. I'm just like,
you can't do it wrong.
That's right.
Yeah,
This is cooking.
Yeah, this is cooking. And do it your way. And so these are not super sweet, and they're not going to be like potato tasting either. They're in the middle. As you can see, the skin, the darker the skin is on these type, of course, the sweeter it's going to be.
So I can cut these thick, kind of
Yeah, you can cut them a little like that. Yeah.
at an angle.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and we can get those into the skillet first.
All right. I'm super excited about all of this.
And keep everything clean as you're going on. Because if you drop some food on the side of your counter or on your stove, you want to be able to pick it up and still eat it.
Exactly.
And you won't be able to do that if you don't have your stuff clean. So
we always keep our area immaculately clean.
Yes.
Constantly cleaning. That's the key.
That
you gotta constantly clean.
And we don't want to overcrowding, so we're just gonna let those come in, do what they're gonna do. And then we'll flip them over, and then we'll probably smash them just a little bit once we get them softened up on one side.
Awesome. So look, the star of the show is about to get released into the grease, Amina. Right? So here's what we do. The grease is already, remember we use peanut oil for this red snapper. We've marinated it with some Walker Woods jerk seasoning. We have our master built deep fryer all the way up here to 375. Now it's gonna drop down to 350 because this fish is cold, so that's okay. Our ideal temperature is 350. The challenge is going to be, can I get two huge pieces of red snapper in this master built at one time? That's what we're going to attempt to do.
Oh my goodness.
And I want to stand it up. I think if I come like this, I have a feeling it's going to be just a little bent, like we said.
Okay. Okay.
Not much.
All right.
Not much. I think we're going to be good.
Ooh. Look at that.
If they fit in here perfectly. Just to make sure, because fish is done at 145 degrees Fahrenheit, so that we don't mess up. Because you don't want to overcook your fish and you don't want to undercook your fish. So get you one of these. Get you one of these. Now we're going to stick this into the meaty part of our fish, probably right here at the top. Okay. There it is, so that when it hits 145, it's gonna let us know.
All right.
Ready?
Yes, let's go.
Ready for the show?
We ready.
Drop these bad boys down in here. Remember, when you're using hot grease, always be careful. Drop it slowly into the fryer.
And down it goes. Woo! Yes.
There we go. It's already going off. That's not right.
I was like, we ready. Okay.
Yeah. That's because it got right into the grease. There we go. Now we're done. All right. I would say in about 10 minutes. 10 minutes, this fish is going to be done. It's going to come to temperature, and we're going to be good. So we'll see you when we're finishing. We're going to finish up. Mina's going to finish up those plantains, and then we're going to finish up the bread, the fiesta bread. And then we're going to show you how all this comes together with one big happy meal. Stay tuned. All right, you guys, we're done. So we're going to get close up on this. Okay, for a couple minutes here.
I'm giving you just a couple more minutes in a while.
Okay. So after we get the fish out, we're ready to play, like she said.
All right.
I'm hungry. Super hungry.
Yes, we are hungry.
All right. I think we're good.
Okay.
So the thermometer says this is the perfect thing right here, guys. This tells you fish is done at 145. We're probably at like 150 something. So we're ready to pull. Fish is done.
Ooh, yeah.
We can let this drain
Okay.
right in here. Kill the power. We're gonna let this drain, guys, right in here, and then we can take them here and serve them to you guys.
Wonderful.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
Sounds
yeah,
like a plan.
yeah.
All right, so we are finished. We have this beautiful red snapper that's got deep fried. We have our Escovitch vegetables here, beautifully sauteed, and we put our nice seasonings in there to give that beautiful flavor. We have our plantains that are fried, our lovely vegetable bread, our greens that look so delicious, and we have our rice and peas that I took out. I started taking out all of the green onions and the whole garlic and different the thyme sprigs, and these are just the little spice berries because those they don't really break down and get soft enough to where you want to eat them and you don't want to eat them. So they usually will float to the top. So you just take those out of there and then you give this just a nice fluff so that it can get all incorporated with that goodness. And then we're gonna plate this up.
It looks so amazing.
Yes.
That Escovitch looks so delicious with the sauce in it. And we'll take the time out of that.
Yes.
The greens, sauteed collard greens, the plantains, the fiesta bread, and yes, the star of the show, the red snapper.
Snap.
So we're gonna watch Amina plate it real quick. How are you gonna plate this?
Because I think we're gonna want a little more rice and gravy. So put a nice little portion of that on here.
This is how we get down, y'all.
This is how we get down.
This is regular procedure. Regular procedure.
Oh shucks, it's gonna be a little back. One is on the end and one is at the front. That was not intentional. If you're going for continuity with the plates, you know.
We going for this stuff tastes good.
Right. That's what we want. We want it to just taste good.
I wish you guys had smell-o-vision. This stuff looks so good.
Put a nice healthy greens.
Yeah. This looks so awesome.
Yeah, it looks delicious.
Okay. Escovitch time.
Time for Escovitch.
We're here, guys.
We are here. Oh yeah. It just seems like it's making the fish feel good. Fish is happy. I actually wish I would have kind of put some under the fish just to get that other side all nice and yum.
But those juices are gonna just drip all down.
They are gonna drip down. You know, just bless us with a little bit of vegetable bread. Your plantains. And hey, I think we're kind of good to go.
We're good to go.
We are good to go. How are you feeling? Do you feel like you did this?
Oh wow. This is awesome. I mean, the look, the smell, you guys.
The smell. Oh my
be
goodness.
here. I mean, the only thing left to do now is what?
Eat.
At least taste it.
Yeah, we gotta at least taste it.
I'm going for the star of the show.
Obviously, can't. I mean, what else is?
Let me get some of this Escovitch.
Yeah.
The taste with it. Mix it all up here. Oh yeah. You guys. The jerk was coming out of that fish and it's complemented with the Escovitch. Oh my goodness. The rice, let's try this.
The flavor of the thyme All the flavors in the rice, delicious. Yeah.
Everything complements each other. It's got a nice amount of kick to it, not overpowering. That tone is softened with these sweet plantains. And this fiesta bread. Jamaican hot water cornbread.
Good.
This.
Soft on the inside, crispy on the outside.
What do you think about
Perfect.
your fish?
I love it. It's delicious.
Yeah. Flavors are spot on.
Yeah. Perfect.
We did that.
Yay.
And guess what, you guys? You can do that too at home.
Right.
Stop going out to eat. Cook your own food. Cook with love. Cook with love.
Yeah.
Fresh ingredients. Take your time. Learn about it. YouTube. Watch us. Watch them. Watch somebody. Watch yourself. But get her done.
That's it.
Cook.
Yeah.
Until the next dish, we out of here, right?
We out of here. I'm ready to
Amina.
I gotta get in
Star.
there. I'm ready to get in there.
See you guys.
Yes.
Thanks for watching.
Thank you.